Senator O'Sullivan.
Yes, thank you, Deputy President. I rise to take note of answers given to questions by Liberal senators this afternoon. Well, what a come-to-Jesus moment it was yesterday for the Treasurer of this country. It marked a day when the Treasurer's pantomime, this charade that has been masquerading for the last 4 years, has finally come undone, and it's come home to roost. In deciding to raise the official cash rate, the RBA made this observation yesterday in its statement on monetary policy. Now, we keep hearing from those opposite about what the statement actually said. Well, this is exactly what it said, and the fault of the circumstance that Australians are facing now with rising interest rates sits squarely with this side, these people on this side over there, the Labor government. It said, this is what the statement said: there are uncertainties about the outlook for domestic economic activity and inflation and the extent to which monetary policy is restrictive. On the domestic side, if growth in demand is stronger than expected and growth in the economy's supply capacity remains limited, it is likely to add further to capacity pressures. Now, for those following along at home and wondering what all that means, well, the reality is that because productivity continues to sit at record low growth rates, every time that the economy is starting to get moving and starting to get going, just like a motor car, a race car at the grid lines, ready to start, they're trying to get into gear. The moment that happens, it's immediately held back by constraints such as limited supply-side capacity, workforce shortages and restricted material availability. Now, these capacity measures mean that when demand rises, supply cannot expand because the economy cannot produce more. Now, the RBA, the Treasury, the OECD and IMF all emphasise that productivity is the primary driver of long-run living standards and non-inflationary growth. And as a result, this country is crying out for real economic reform. If yesterday did not make that obvious, frankly, nothing will. The era of tinkering around the edges of economic reform is over. We need a government that is serious about economic reform. We need a government that is seriously looking at themselves and the pressure that they are placing upon the economy, because it is now, and has been for quite some time in fact, impacting upon Australians' ability to be able to make ends meet. We know that interest rates obviously have a direct impact on the availability of free cash, on impacting upon a household's budget, because those mortgages have gone up. Those mortgages have gone up, and it was disappointing news. Those families that are struggling with making ends meet, already struggling, yesterday received the most devastating news that their bills, that their costs of maintaining their homes and maintaining their lifestyle has just gone up. And it is directly because of the effects of this government and what this government is doing. And the Treasurer is not serious about dealing with the matters that we know will seriously put downside pressure on the economy that would enable for interest rates to go down and for things to be stabilised and normalised. But we know that this government is not serious about tackling those things because they're addicted to spending. They're addicted to spending your money. Taxes is your money. You've earned it, Australians. You have earned that money, and it's been given to the Australian government, and they're not applying the restraint that is necessary to keep things under control, and we are seeing significant challenges. Remember that economic roundtable last year that resulted in absolutely nothing? Nothing. I mean, has anything good come out of that at all, apart from just a nice glossy brochure, a communique that was written long before the event even happened? I mean, this government is not serious about tackling economic reform. All they're serious about is putting out a nice brochure, putting out a nice communique, without actually being prepared to tackle the things that matter. Now, while all that is happening, Australians are feeling the pain. While all that is happening, Australians are struggling to make ends meet. And all they're wanting, All they're wanting is a government that is prepared to take the difficult decisions, a government that is prepared to put their interests first, rather than just following an ideology that is driving these decisions that are impacting upon Australia.
Authorised by Matt O'Sullivan, Liberal Party, Perth.